I travel around the world. I meet a lot of politicians, a lot of people in charge of education, a lot of senior people, and yeah, they're very smart people. They have the same kind of mission that all of us has. They truly want to make a difference. I don't see the kind of negative, jaundiced view that people have of these people. They truly want to make a difference. But what I struggle with is, why do they do a lot of the stuff they do? And I think it's partly because of this politics of distraction. Sometimes it's easier to see things like buildings and new schools and new assessments and new smaller class sizes and better equipment and more technology. All the things that are below 0.4 on the effect size chart. And I think that we in schools also sometimes like the politics of distraction to raise these things, because it gets away what from truly matters. Let's be honest. What truly matters is teachers' expertise. There's a lot of it out there. It's also very expensive to develop that expertise. And the resources should be going into building that expertise. It's harder to see. And like when you ask a question like, can you see a teacher's mind frame? It's hard to see. But that's truly what makes the difference. And so I would like to have a lot less about the politics of distraction. And every time people raise things that are below 0.4 on the effect size, we should pause and say, wait a moment, really, do we even want to debate that? Let's go to the other side, the politics of how we can get collective impact, how we can resource our schools to value the expertise that they have, to increase the expertise they have. And so I think it's a really worthwhile exercise sometimes to say, what are the key questions that we really should have as trigger points to say, stop, maybe that's not the best thing to talk about. I've spent many years of my life looking at teacher performance systems, and probably like others reviewed probably 50, 100 of these. My struggle is to find one that makes a difference. And I think it's a fascinating question that there isn't an obvious answer to what is a pretty important question. And so I want to turn it on its head and say, well, what do other professions do? They reward expertise. They don't reward performance. We don't reward doctors by the amount of people that they don't kill off, because then you would find doctors wouldn't go to the more difficult areas. In the same way that many of the performance pay systems in schools means that you probably shouldn't go to some of the tough areas. And that doesn't seem the right way to do it. And so what we're doing in our own work at the moment is looking at how you develop expertise. So teachers who develop more expertise are the ways in which the monetary policies can follow that. But the other part of it is that, unlike many professions, I would argue very strongly that we're in this together. And so picking off teacher performance pay is the wrong unit of analysis. I'd like to think of schools as being effective by having expertise within those schools. And I'm not suggesting that we therefore take all the teachers in the school, see if they have high impact, and then saying we'll give the school the money. But how you can get expertise in terms of different kinds of teachers, certainly at the school level, and when the whole school is showing the kind of effect. It's not whether you implement visible learning or not. That shouldn't give you any bonus, neither here nor there. But it's knowing that impact. Like, if you know that you're not having an impact, I would rather reward that than you not knowing that you're successful.